Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Ruby. On this video, I just wanted to talk about my experience with you guys in childbirth and in being a mom, things that I didn't expect that would be happening to me, things that I had never even heard of. I wanted to go ahead and just share my experience and see if you can relate and let you know that if you are going through some of the things that I'm going through, you're not alone, and we moms have to stick together. But I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys what I experienced in these last 7 months. So if you want to know what it is, please keep on watching. When I got pregnant, a lot of things for my pregnancy, my mom hadn't experienced it, neither did my best friend, neither did my sister-in-law. So everybody's body is different. Everybody's baby is different. So there was a lot of things that I had never heard of. Thankfully, now there's TikTok, and I'm so grateful for TikTok because there's a lot of things that are being mentioned in there and are being talked about and being made aware of. Because honestly, before, I didn't know that having a baby was rough. Thought that whenever you're ready, you just do the deed and have a baby, and it is what it is. But it actually takes a lot on your body, on your mental health, on your emotional health. So you guys know, when I was pregnant, I suffered from prenatal depression. So being on TikTok, I seen that other women suffer from that too. But I think for me, it just happened because I was not ready. I wasn't planning on having a baby. I was just having fun. And if I could go back, I wouldn't change anything because my baby's beautiful. She's amazing. I'm obsessed with her. But I would wait till I was actually ready to make a baby that I knew, and that's what I want. I didn't know at that time. I didn't know that I needed a baby. That time that it happened, I didn't want a baby. I mean, things happen for a reason. I needed her, and she's like a big blessing to my life. She has gave me a purpose. She's my sunshine. But with that being said, I just felt overwhelmed because I was living with my parents. Me and my husband were in different homes. So basically, I went through my pregnancy by myself, and it's hard. So to all the mommies that are going through that, or that went through that, or that are single moms, I applaud you. You're a bad as girl. You're super strong, because it takes a lot to give life and to form a baby inside of you. And well, that was one of the things that made me depressed. Also, I didn't know what I wanted out of life. I felt stuck. So I just felt really overwhelmed, and that overwhelming and thinking and stuff. I'm a big thinker. My brain just goes, just thinking that, oh my god, I'm not ready, oh my god, this. Thankfully, I had some money saved up, if anything, but I just felt like I wasn't prepared. And I know nobody's prepared, but honestly, I just felt like I didn't know anything. I mean, I had taken care of my siblings growing up, but it's not the same thing of sleeping with them and how bad you get sleep deprived. So I got prenatal depression, and after that I got really sick. I wouldn't even go out. I just stayed home. And also, I had told you guys before, that I didn't feel connected to my baby. I felt distant. They say talk to your baby, sing to your baby. I wouldn't be able to do that. Towards the end, I just started talking more, when I started feeling her and stuff. But it wasn't oh my god, It wasn't something that I did daily. I know some moms and that are super excited and happy for their babies do. Now I don't stop talking to her, but it's crazy to see how when she was in my stomach, I couldn't connect with her, and now I cannot see my life without her. So after I had her, oh my God, I would cry every night because I would be so terrified that something was gonna happen to her, that now I can't see my life without her. Like, she is such a blessing, such a happy baby. I've never met a happier baby than her. She's my alarm. She wakes me up like giggling and talking and laughing. She doesn't cry like, you know, I mean, she does cry because she's a baby, but she's not fussy. She's such a good baby. Like, I'm like seriously blessed. But yeah, I would cry and cry and cry and cry just thinking that, or like I would see things that moms would lose their babies and I would just start crying, and I was just terrified. And having a baby is very terrifying. I never understood when my mom would be like, well, when you have a baby and they're not with you, like right now she's not with me and I miss her terribly because I'm kind of sick. So I couldn't really take care of myself and her. So my mom, thankfully, she's obsessed with my baby and my mom took her. So right now they're like over there doing their thing. But like I never understood how they said like, oh, you're gonna miss her when she's not with you. You just feel like something is missing from you when you don't have your baby near you. And yeah, like it's crazy. I just feel like, oh my God, I want her here. So I know, sadly, sometimes things do happen to your baby and you don't have them with you anymore. And that's the worst thing that a parent can experience. So if any of you are going through that or went through that, I'm sorry for your loss. And I pray that God gives you strength every day to keep on moving forward. So even thinking about that, like now I want to cry. That's another thing. Oh my God, I became so emotional. I was not emotional during my pregnancy. Like here and there I was, but now I cry for everything. If I'm watching something on TV, I'm crying. Even if it's not sad, I just cry all the time. I became like a big softie. And then once I had my baby, I saw this. I refer a lot to TikTok because I'm on there 24/7. Like that, when I have like a break from my baby, I just go on there and do me, just chill and watch some TikTok. But I seen somebody saying like going back and looking at your baby's pictures, and like you don't even recognize that baby because you were on survival mode. Like that 1000% was me. I look at my baby's pictures and I don't remember that baby. I just remember the baby that I have now, and it was because I was so terrified of everything. My baby had like she would burp a lot and throw everything up. She had a lot of gas. She had a lot of colics. Like they had to change her milk to the orange Similac, the sensitive one, because she was like, honestly, I had to prop her up like this at all times. If no, she would choke on her own vomit. And you don't know how terrifying that is, because I'm like, oh my God, what if like she dies on me? And I was sleeping to the point that I was sleeping with my glasses on because I was just so scared and I couldn't see. Like she slept right next to me, but I still can't see. Like probably I could see from like right here, but right there, it's like too far for me. That's how blind I am. I was just super terrified. Everything made me scared. I didn't know. Oh, and then I struggled so much with like feeding her. I didn't know how much food I had to give her. I didn't know how often. I read different things. My baby would be hungry. Sometimes she didn't want to eat. So I just decided to go based on my baby. When my baby cried, I would just put the bottle, and if she drank it and she was good, we were good. She didn't want it, means she didn't want. But honestly, like right now she's on 4 ounces, but she's been on 4 ounces for the longest. But at the beginning, she was drinking like 1 ounce every 1 hour. And it just took adjusting and learning. And like I said, I'm truly blessed because my best friend had a baby before me, and her baby is 7 months older than my baby. So like she went through that before I had to go. Now she's transitioning over to eating like solids and food and purees, and she's the one that has helped me because they don't give you this. I mean, I think that, girl, hide your titty. I'm so dumb. I think that at school they should give women and I think at school they should give guys and girls like mandatory classes of child development. I know you can choose that class, but honestly, like what to expect, like feeding and stuff. I didn't know what to give them. I just know like people do purees and stuff, but I didn't know like what's healthy for them to eat. And you know, like I was lost. I really had to go like and look at videos, go on TikTok, ask my friend. I tried to ask my mom. She don't remember her last kid like 14 years ago. So my mom's like, no help. She literally is like a new mom with me. She'll be like, why is your baby doing that? Oh my God. I'm like, you've had kids before. Why are you freaking out like this? Like, chill, because then you make me freak out. Just things like that I was not expecting. Your relationship with your husband kind of changes. If you're a stay-home mom, you feel like you're doing motherhood, that you're being a mother 24/7 without a break. In a way, you start kind of like feeling a little resentment towards your husband. My husband thankfully helps me out so much, but even then I felt like, dude, I don't get a break. On that note, I think what has helped me a lot is having the support from my family, my friends, that when I've needed time to myself, they're able to take care of my baby. Like my mom has taken her for the weekends, or she's here. And I get to relax. That was my biggest fear, the fact that I was gonna lose myself and I was just gonna be like a mom now, and it was gonna feel different, and it hasn't actually. I get to go out and party. You guys seen me going to the club. My mom has taken care of the baby and my in-laws. My sister-in-law stays over and helps me. Like, try to be a little bit flexible, because I know when you have a baby, it's like, oh my God, it's my baby, I don't want to let nobody borrow it or whatever. But that has helped me a lot with my mental health, because it allows me to do me. Sometimes I want to go to the store for an hour or two and not have to carry a whole baby carrier, because it's hard. They're heavy. And it feels nice. So allow your family, if you have a great family system or friends, allow them to help you. Don't carry all yourself. Okay, hold on. So I try to prioritize myself and put myself first. Still do things that are gonna keep me happy. And thankfully I have the support of my family and my husband. But if you don't, find a support circle, find some good friends that are gonna help you out, because you have to be 100, so you can give everything to your baby, so you can give 100% to them and be happy, so they can be happy. So with this, bro. So the another thing that I experienced while giving birth is that I believe like 2 weeks after I gave birth, I started hearing voices. I started hearing like things like kill your baby, throw your baby, burn your baby if I was by the stove, or what if you did this. And it was super scary, and I didn't say anything. I thought like, oh my God, like that's weird, you know. But that's all I thought of it. Like I remember hearing about postpartum depression, and that a lot of women got it, and that they were just depressed and they would cry. And I was the opposite. I was so happy. I wasn't crying because I was sad. I would just have those episodes when I would be scared and stuff. But other than that, I didn't feel that I was depressed. And And one day I remember we were drinking, and I had kept it from my husband, from my friends, from my parents. And I was drinking, and you know, drunk people, se te salen las cosas, you say stuff. And me and my sister-in-law were talking, and I told her, hey, I'm like really scared because I'm hearing voices, and I love this baby, like I don't know what's going on. And she's like, I think you have postpartum depression. And I was like, I don't think so. So I started looking into it, and then there's this girl on TikTok, her name is Luz or something like that. And she talks a lot about it, that she went through it, and that she actually like started seeing her doing these things. She never did acted on it or anything, but she just would see herself like hurting her baby and stuff like that. And thankfully, I found that that was a thing for a lot of other moms, that I wasn't the only one, because I was like, oh my god, what if I'm going crazy? So I did research, and then it says like if you suffer from like mental illness, or like if your family has like bipolar depression, that it could be very common. And my mom and my dad and my mom and one of my brothers suffer from that, and they do take medications. They feel fine, but that was something that they would struggle with. So I started doing more research, and then I told my best friend, and she's like, you need to get help. You need to take some medication. I was so scared, because I'm like, what if they take my baby away from me? What if they think that I am gonna harm her? And honestly, I knew like deep in me that I would never harm her, like ever, 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 ever. And if it came to that where I thought I was, like I would, you know, that I would like speak up and I start on medication. But I didn't. I told my husband, I told my parents. My mom started being more there for me, and a few weeks later it went away. I stopped hearing those voices. It was very, very terrifying, just the thought of loving this human but still thinking these horrific things was just so alarming. But if that's something that you do experience, or you know somebody, like get them help. Be there for them, and take care of the baby as well for them. But that was something that I didn't expect on me getting. It was so sad. I would cry because I would feel so guilty. Mom guilt is really, really serious, a big thing. Like if I don't hold my baby 24/7, I feel guilty. And sometimes I have to remind myself, like, hey, you need your space. It takes time to get used to just living with another human that depends on you. It's not like a relationship or a boyfriend. It's like they take 99% of you. So again, you just have to be good. You have to be mentally well, and just pregnancy and childbirth, it's something super, super, what's the word, like super big. And I felt like before I took it so lightly, but until being through it, now I know how like intense it is. Like, yeah, intense. But yeah, this is like my experience, what I've learned. I feel like I experienced like pregnancy brain. I forget a lot of things. My odor has changed. My body looks so different from before. I have lost like all the weight that I gained from my pregnancy. Now I have to lose my weight. My body looks so different. I have hip dips, and I didn't have hip dips before. My boobs hit my knee. Like, it's just so different. My belly button looks so wrinkly, and things that I didn't think that I would be like noticing. I was like, I'm already thick, like how much thicker can I get, you know? But a lot of things did change. So before you have a baby, my advice would be be in a good place in your life, like really want this baby and do everything so you could be ready for them and give them everything. If you're not ready for a baby, do not have them just because you have baby fever, because there's such a beautiful innocent thing, and we're supposed to protect them. But I do understand in a way why some moms have hurt their babies. Maybe some of them just couldn't control their thoughts, and it took the best of them so let's just be kind to one another as moms, not criticize and talk about things, or I would have done this, or you're a bad mom, because we're all learning and we're all trying. But if you need help, reach out to help. There's like crisis lines and other help that you can get. You can just go ahead and go to a prenatal office and ask for like information. But I just wanted to go ahead and share my experience with having my baby, what it has been like for me 7 months later, what I have learned. And I hope that I brought some knowledge to you. And if you like this video, please, like always, give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.